Sacchitanand Uttekar joins us to fill us in with his view. Hi Sachi, how are you viewing the markets? 17,050, at least we defended at 16,950. Do you believe that risk reward could favor a long trade at some point of time? Or do you think we're going down, maybe to around that 16,700 odd mark?
Good afternoon, Nigel. Good afternoon, Sonia. Definitely, I think this particular level should be defended. In fact, in the morning, we were expecting a move towards 16,950, and that particular move has worked out well. If you look at the data set, we are not expecting an expiry below 16,900. So I think 16,915 is the level wherein you can place your stop losses. Probably a closing would be very important in today's session. If we can get an inside bar kind of a closing, then that will be again an affirmation that probably whatever decline that we saw in the last three trading sessions, particular decline has been stabilized, and we may see a reversal getting back into the market ahead of the expiry. So I think it's a good idea to get into some long positions here when it comes to Nifty. I think 17,000, 17,020 is a good decent level wherein some longs could be committed. The stop loss should be placed at 16,910 on a closing basis. And on the higher side, we are expecting momentum once we see the Nifty breaking out above 17,170. So probably the expiry range could be somewhere close to 17,200 to 17,280. So this is a good level wherein a reversal can be expected, a bounce back can be expected, and thus I think Nifty can be accumulated at 17,000. When we look at Bank Nifty, I think there is still some amount of weakness which is being exhibited. So it's a good idea to buy it on a breakout. The level of 38,780 from a trading perspective would be important. Once we see this particular level getting broken out, I think the momentum could pick up on the positive side. We are expecting this particular move to unfold towards 39,500. I think that will be the juncture for this monthly expiry. So net, I think most of the bad news is there. Markets have already absorbed it, and probably we may see both the indices stabilizing from here on.
Okay, what about individual stocks? Someone earlier, the earlier expert was saying that IT, perhaps after this big fall that we've seen, could see a recovery, maybe not now, but over the medium term. Would you believe that as well? And what would you do with individual names?
Certainly, Sonia, I think in the last two trading sessions, IT has shown a lot of resilience. In fact, Infosys has managed to recover above its 5-day exponential moving average. Even TCS is, not drifting lower. So probably we may see some positive traction even on IT. But when we look at the entire data set, I think there are certain stocks which have done phenomenally well in the last 1 week. Especially if you look at the performance of Dr. Lalpathlabs in the last 6 trading sessions, it has managed to sustain above its 5-day exponential moving average. And despite of the volatility, it has never breached below its previous day swing low. In fact, after 8 months, this particular stock has reconquered the 200-day exponential moving average. So certainly, there is a lot of strength which has been exhibited in the last few trading sessions, and that particular strength should be carried forward. So we are expecting this particular move in Dr. Lalpathlabs to continue eventually towards 2660. The rollover data is also supporting this particular price action fact. So from a trading perspective, the first target would be around 2540. The final target would be around 2660, and long position should be built in Dr. Lalpathlabs with a stop loss at 2380. The levels are from the October futures. And on the short side, I think metals and mining, I think there probably we may see some more accumulation of the bearish trend. So Coal India is one particular counter which has been on our radar. It has slipped below its 5-day exponential moving average on the weekly basis as well. So we are expecting this particular move to extend towards 208, 202 kind of a level. So fresh shorts can be considered on Coal India with a stop loss at 221.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Sachi, for joining in and giving us that quick take.